So people were running wild, and I get it. People get mad. I was mad when the Royals lost 8 in a row. But demanding that Mike Boddicker get fired, and Randy was arguing with people. Randy Gutierrez, very good follow when it comes to Royals content, because he had posted on April 18th, for the 20th time in the last 23 years, the Royals lost 6 in a row in the first 60 games of the season. The only 3 seasons it did not happen were 14, 15, and 24, and those were playoff seasons. And so he wrote last night, 17 days later, what stands out the most from the response to this tweet is how many of you think Mike Boddicker is a problem. There is no topic on which I differ more from the fan base. So to reiterate, you are all wrong. Q is a terrific manager. The Royals are lucky to have him. Do you agree with that statement?
Yes, I do.
Why do you think Q is a good manager and the Royals are lucky to have him?
He keeps everything calm. Because, like I said earlier, you're going to go through those periods where you're going to lose 5 to 8 games. You're going to go into a little dive. And then all of a sudden you come back out of it. That's baseball. The year we won the World Series, I think we had 1 or 2 10-game losing streaks. 10 games. And, that's baseball. At the end of the year, where are you at? That's all that matters. You're going to lose X amount of games, and you're going to win X amount of games. That's just the way it is. If you got a decent team, you're going to do that. And I was talking earlier in there when you were first on, I sat there and I look at Lugo and I look at Waka. If those 2 guys are healthy, I'm not worried. Those 2 guys can pitch. They give you quality starts time after time after time most of the time. So we just got to find a way to get some runs in during that time. It's hard. If you have good quality starters, it's hard to go into extended losing streaks. Now, the 8-game, they were pitching well. We just weren't scoring. I mean, that happens. So just no panic. I mean, it's a long year. But as I said at the beginning of the year, you can't give games away. Like running into outs, stupid stuff on the bases, not talking in the outfield, letting a ball drop in. That gives games away. You're going to have times where you're just going to get roared and get crushed. That's part of the deal as a starting pitcher. And you're going to have times where the relievers, and that's the only thing that scares me about today's baseball is, man, they just use these relief pitchers, and they expect them to throw mid-90s. By All-Star break, that's why I like the starters to go into the 7th inning.
Roark's been getting his tits lit. Really has.
So it's just, you can't allow teams to keep using bullpen, and that's why it's good to have extra guys down the minor leagues, because you are going to use up your bullpen by All-Star break. If your guys are going 5 innings, 6 innings, by All-Star break, it takes its toll on that pen. So I like the guys going into the 7th.
Joe Goldberg, I know this isn't the 7th, but I think this is still a good stat. It's Kansas City's 19th quality start. They've had 14 straight games where the starter's gone at least 5 innings. No one's getting blown out of the water.
Yeah.
And that's really when you start to tax your bullpen.
Yep.
And so, I mean, that's consistency.
Yeah. The game has changed. There's no doubt about it. They rely on the pen. But it drives me crazy because we've had years here where our pen is so good. All the first half of the year, pen is just dynamite, and all of a sudden they're starting to give up runs, and you're going, they're tired. They've been abused for half a year. So
what's great about having guys like Lugo and Waka?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said if you can get guys going into the 7th. I don't even expect them to finish the 7th anymore. Just go into the 7th. That takes away from taxing your bullpen.
It's like Waka the other night. He went through 79 pitches.
He could have pitched another inning.
But you know what? Maybe later in the season they go that route. But
and also maybe later in the season, Waka's still able to go 7 innings because they didn't overuse him at this time of the year.
They're not going to overuse Waka. Well, when you're throwing that's what I don't know if they see that, because there's games where it's taxing to go 6 innings. And there's other games where you can throw 115 pitches and it's effortless and smooth, and you watch the guy and they're really struggling to. The hitters are trying to get him out of the game because they can't hit him. And it's when it's effortless like that, and you're not a lot of stress and stuff. The throwing the ball is not the problem. It's the stressful innings. That's the problem.
Well, I do think that Q and that staff is more clearly that they look more at numbers than they do feel, right? Like
Right. That's baseball right
and
now.
you can agree or disagree with that, but the thing that I think you have to say is a positive is that he's consistent with his approach. Because what you have sometimes is a manager that goes, okay, well, our philosophy says we do this, and then it doesn't work a couple times, and they abandon that philosophy and they do the opposite. And that's like if you're playing blackjack and you say, like, we're staying after we get past a certain number, and then it doesn't work a couple times, and then you quit, you change that approach, you don't ever have the chance for the math to actually play out in your favor.
How often do you play blackjack?
I haven't played blackjack in a long time, but I
love
understand
blackjack.
the rules in general. But, you have to stay consistent with your approach.
Hit me.
And
Yeah.
so,
Hit me.
I think, to me, a couple of things that I really appreciate about Quatraro is, number one, he doesn't emotionally react from one game to the next. He stays consistent. And then, if you look at the two big things that could have been big issues this year, the Carter Jensen thing early in the year, it happened, and it was over. And then, like, the miscommunication with him and Salvi. And Salvi got upset. It seemed like that never became a bigger thing than it needed to be.
It shouldn't have been.
Like it shouldn't. And Matt just was like, "Yeah, we were good. I talked to him. We're fine."
That's
I just feel like
that's how it's supposed to be handled. Yeah.
He just. I like
No,
how
I have
steady of a
no
presence he-
problem
He's a
with
steady
Q at
hand
all.
at the wheel.
No. He's
That's
good.
Is that what Jake is on this show? A steady hand at the
Oh,
wheel?
he is a steady hand at the wheel. Yeah. Putting a spell. Looked like you're putting a spell on me in there.
Steady hand.
Oh, I thought you were putting a spell on me.
Yeah,
Crazy
but I shoot
eyes.
with this one.
Crazy eyes.
He's like
It's fun.
the
It's
Waco
fun.
Kid.
It's fun to come in and the Royals win, isn't it?
Yeah.
5 in a row.
We got the rookies all taken care of with the Chiefs, and I think there's a soccer tournament coming up here, but I'm not quite sure yet. Right, Nate?
There was some soccer trash talk. I flew right over my head, but they were.
Well,
Yeah.
Jake said something that appeared to be very
Screw your
condescending
Arsenal squad.
to Nate on the way to the bathroom in the last commercial break, and Nate just put his head down. So
No.
you are Mr. Soccer in this town, and you're afraid you can't get interviews with your England
The
team?
team that,
What the
that I
hell?
cheer for
What did he
just
say to
made
you?
it
Like,
to
what
the,
did he
yeah,
say
He
to
said,
you?
"Screw your Arsenal,"
Jake.
because my team just made it to the championship game, the biggest tournament in the world.
Just like
But he said
Arsenal
something
back-
condescending to you.
Yeah,
He was like,
well,
"Oh."
Can't your brother
It's a
pull some
jealousy
strings
thing.
and get him? I mean, he should be
It's a
able
jealousy
to.
thing.
He should have
Oh,
carte
hold
blanche
on.
in this city, right?
Did you say something out of jealousy to him about soccer?
Yeah.
No, his team will fall flat on their face in the finals, just like they usually
He's
do.
Well, tell
mocking-
me so I can monitor the situation.
My team made it to the equivalent of the soccer Super Bowl, and
Your team.
yeah, Arsenal. He's my cheer.
You own part
Oh,
of it?
okay.
Oh, okay.
His team. It's his
Oh,
team.
well,
and who's
you know the money
your
he
team?
makes,
I
he could own
support
part of it. I don't
Manchester
know.
United. He's having a great
And who they playing?
Well, we find out today, either Bayern Munich or Paris Saint-Germain.
Who do you want to win that one?
I think that probably Paris would probably have a better chance of beating Arsenal.
Because that's what it's about for you now, isn't it?
They're
He's a hater.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
You a hater?
Although I would love to see Harry Kane rip their hearts out. That would be pretty
Wow.
phenomenal.
Oh,
Now we're talking.
Are we? We're
Yeah,
talking.
I mean, I like that.
yeah.
It's the first time for Arsenal in the Champions League final in 20 years, so big deal for us.
Yeah.
Us Arsenal fans.
They'll blow it. Don't worry
I
about it.
just assumed you own part of the team. The money you're making.
Oh yeah. You know who owns it? The Cronkies.
Huh.
St. Louis connection there, or Missouri connection, I should say. I guess.
Right,
Not
whatever.
St. Louis.
Whatever
They
you
did
say,
have a
buddy.
connection to St. Louis.
They did.
Yank
Well,
that football
those-
team right out of there, buddy.
I don't think St. Louis likes them very much.
Nope. I don't think so.
Oh, I think that connection is severed. And there's no longer a Cronky St. Louis connection.
They got the NFL back. No,
Nope,
sorry,
wait.
they didn't.
No, they didn't.
It's all right though. Anybody can lose an NFL team once.
No. Wow. What's this?
I don't know.
This is anticipation of a big Royals Cardinals series next week.
That's why when I went to Baltimore, when I first got up there, Irsay snuck the team out of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Moved him to Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about of Baltimore. Yeah,
Yeah. I actually bought my first townhouse from one of the offensive linemen. He had size 17 shoes. He left a pair of shoes in my closet.
Jack Caglione had size 17
Yeah.
shoes. See, huh?
Yeah.
Big feet.
Mike Boddicker, an opportunist
Big
when the
hands.
Colts left town. We'll take a break. Back after this on WHB.